Hello, everyone. Welcome to Media Monday. I'm your host, Dr. Quack here, and today we have our part one of Media Monday here. We're going to be talking Soul Harvest and much more, but we have our two team captains. Let me bring them on. First, we have Prince Blackheart, and second, not to be second, but we have the Purge.
You kind of forgot that it's the greatest PPA Showdown champion of all time. The one, the only, the freaking Purge. So do it again.
Okay.
Do it again.
My apologies. I forgot that. Okay.
On that, the former PPA Showdown champion.
Okay. We're going to get into that. But there's some things that, I want to ask, and I know I've gotten questions from fans and other media outlets here. First things first, let's start with you, Purge. How are things going with your team?
As much as we're gonna say, we're going into a war with a plan. And to be honest, I don't want to say something about the plan behind the man because everybody has their own strategy, everybody has their own better plan to go into the war this Thursday.
Okay. Prince Blackheart, same question. How's things going with your team?
Well, like any team, we are a cohesive unit. And like anyone that has been in the army knows, a cohesive unit is the best unit.
Definitely going to be an interesting match here. But, so here, let's ask this, Prince Blackheart. How do you feel about Purge's team? What are your thoughts? Do you feel like they're a good competitive team for you?
Well, let's go through them, shall we? A-list Alverson. He's the strongest one in that team. He's unpredictable. He's got comedic value. He's a hard hitter. Yeah. Then Rig. The interstate rebel trucker. Me and him goes back a long way. He would say that I was his student.
Really?
Whereas it's not right. I weren't his student. He'll disagree with that though. Then you got half past black. A person who can really go some. But yet again, when it came to it, he fell short. I faced him before and I've beaten him. Then you got, let's see, who else is there? Heathen, the megalomaniac of the team, who thinks he is the team. What else is there to say about it? His ego is bigger than the team.
Ooh.
Then who else is there? Let's think. You got the Purge himself.
Yeah, you have the Purge himself.
The the weakest link of the team.
Yeah, that's crazy. You're saying that, and the fans agreed with you.
The one that whoever he ends up facing is going to get a definite win.
Purge, your response to that. How do you like their team?
First and foremost, I don't care what the fans about to think who the weakest league is. If it's me, if it's half-past bullshit, or if it's rig or something else, I don't care who is the weakest link on my team. Besides of that, let's look up your team, shall we? We've
Ooh.
got Sir
Go ahead.
Captain. Sir Captain. He reminds me basically like Wellerman. The ones with the shit that put the C in the name of a chip by the bully or tree. Nobody cares about it. Second of all, we've got.
What that song is about.
I don't care. I am a cult of
It's
personality.
about trading. It's about trading.
I mean,
So,
and the fans thought Sir Captain was the weakest one on Prince Blackheart's team. And you guys have had some history. You know, I mean, can you trust him?
Sir Captain, he's a man of his word. Now, his little friend, on the other hand, he's the backstabbing one out of them both. So, yeah, I can trust him.
Okay. And here we go. I want to bring this up here because we did the polls here for the weakest and the strongest. The strongest members that was voted for Purge was A-List Alverson, the current Revolution champion. And then you have Josh Steele as well, one half of the tag team champions, WGP. Very interesting. Both these guys are just coming to Heart and Soul. How do you guys feel about that?
I totally agree with it.
You do?
AD Styles is the strongest link in that team. And when it comes to Steele, I have faced him plenty of times. I know what he can bring. And he can bring a lot to the table in a very short amount of time.
Purge?
A-List Alverson and I have something together. We are champions. And I have faith for A-List Alverson because he is the world champion. And I mean, if I want to see
there's champions on my team as well.
There are champions on both sides.
Before I rudely interrupted by the 5th millionth time from Mr. Blackheart, if I want to see a promo from A-List Alverson, he needs to be the world champion. He needs to act like a world champion. And I have faith in A-List Alverson.
Okay. So, Purge, I got one question for you, though, because over the weekend, we saw a video here from Half Past Black, basically telling his team to go to hell. Have you been able to talk to him? Is he going to compete? Is he going to be in this match?
A wise man told me, you don't need to talk with backstabbers. Because half-past bullshit can do things what he can do for themselves. But here's the thing, Soul Harvest is for every man. And I mean, it's okay if he wasn't won a Pure Hearts Championship match. Fine by me. But being a backstabbing pussy like him, I don't like those people. And I will hunt his ass down the road because of this.
Okay. Prince Blackheart, how do you feel about this? I mean, Half Past Black may not be there. You may already be up 1-0 before the show starts. How do you feel about that?
Well, I think it's a ploy, if anything, trying to put a dominant team in a false sense of security.
So
I
you think it's
think
strategy?
he's gonna
You
turn.
think this is all ploy?
Basically, yeah.
Oh,
I think he's just trying to make the most dominant team here be more at ease, hoping that we will slip up and that say we won't. But I would be more worried, Purge, about Rig.
oh man, it's hard to trust teammates that you've either worked little or none with, isn't it, Purge?
I have my own mind. I have my own words about it. I know this from my faction in PPA. There are some guys to trust, and there are some guys to put faith in their hands.
Okay. Well, I want to talk about something different here. I want to talk about you two getting ready to meet for the PPA Showdown Championship. I mean, Purge, you are the current champion here. Having to fight Prince Blackheart, I mean, you guys have probably fought at least a dozen times in your career on various promo platforms. I mean,
Yeah, and each
you
and
haven't
every
had the
time
best
I've
record.
won.
How do
And
you
each
feel
and
about
every
that?
time I've won.
Oh,
Here's the thing. I thought I could sit down, enjoying myself with some Krombacher or something else. But then I just saw his face on the Backfire pre-show. And I was going to be like, I hope he is challenging the B-show champion Sammy Phoenix. Because we all know I am the A-show champion, the Saturday night showdown demo god, the showdown champion, the greatest of all time. Have some rest, have some believable opponents. But instead of that, I must need to do once again 3 days later against you, Blackheart. Aber soll ich dir mal was sagen? Lieber spreche ich in meiner deutschen Sprache, als dir lieber auf Englisch zu antworten. Diesen Samstag bei Hall of Rap wirst du in meinen ganz eigenen Worten zu spüren kriegen, wie viel Hass ich in mir habe, wie viel Wut ich in mir habe. Und am Ende des Tages werde ich weiterhin PPA Showdown Champion.
I have no idea what he said, but it sounded pretty fierce. Prince Blackheart, your response.
Well, my response to that, you said on your hype that I ain't no champion. But I beat you for a championship. I have beaten you every step of the way. This is going to be no different because at the end of the day, I've always have your number. And just for you, Purge, du bist einer Kuh.
Again, I have no idea what they said there, but definitely sounds like a tough fight. So I'm going to get your final words here, Purge. Anything you want to say out there to the audience?
Tune in this Thursday night at Soul Harvest. Just watch the extravaganza, what my team is going to bring.
Okay. Mr. Blackheart, final words?
Yes, watch Thursday.
There we go. Strong words from strong men here. Will Purge get his first victory against Blackheart here? Will it happen here at Soul Harvest? Will it happen at PPA? Make sure you tune in Wednesday, the 24th, 7 p.m. Eastern, Thanksgiving Eve. Carve into this before you carve into the turkey. Don't forget, 1,000 giveaway. If you haven't entered, make sure you enter. It's in the announcement section. And tonight at 7 p.m. Eastern, we will have, 8 p.m. Eastern, we will have the champion storyteller. He will be one-on-one here with the American Roughneck. We're going to talk some stuff. Thank you guys for tuning in, and I'll see you then.